he's a real strong contender for manager of the season, surely. I mean, you mentioned Brighton, obviously De Zerbi as well. I mean, the two of them, they're huge, huge contenders. Who would you give it to? Do you think?
Pep. I think if you win the treble, and I think he will, it'd be harsh not to win the manager of the season. I think Eddie Howe has to be in the argument. I think Gary O'Neill has to be in it as well. Mm-hmm. I wrote them off very, very early. Yes, they speculated in the January window, and they spent 100, whatever. I'm not sure how much he spent in January. Probably be 150 million, something like that. And he used the players well, and he got the best out of the ones he already had. So Gary's done a good job, but Eddie surely has to be in the argument. And if they do decide to get rid of him, they won't do it now. Like Neil said, I agree with him. I think it'd be another year, see how he goes. What their expectation is next year, if it's unrealistic, then he could well leave. Because in reality, what do we expect him to do next year? I think he's instilled as second favourites, Newcastle, to win the Premier League.
No.
Yeah. They're second favourites to win the Premier League because everyone thinks they're just going to open up the till and just throw money at it. It's not the right way to go. Small steps. And I think that's what Eddie would want. But progress is doing well, getting out of the group stages of the Champions League and finishing top four again. Yeah. I think he's overachieved, and I think they have to be realistic and realise he's overachieved this year.
I think there's an argument for, I was looking at the table, the top four managers. So you got Pep, Arteta, he's done a great job, Eddie, and Ten Hag.
Really?
Maybe not for manager, but you think about it, what he took over. They've made the Champions League and 2 cup finals, and there's been a massive improvement in Man United. Steve Cooper's done a remarkable job at Nottingham Forest as well. When you consider that they brought in 22 players, it must have been like, hello, how are you?
Yeah.
What's your name? You know what I mean? Like, the home form has kept them up. And Gary O'Neill, I think, needs an honourable mention because I'm like you, Tim. I didn't fancy him to stay up, but they've done it quite comfortably. Yeah. But to pick out the manager of the year, if Pep doesn't do the treble, then I would probably go for De Zerbi.
Yeah, I mean, Pep was praising him in his press conference this week. He said
Pep does that though.
Oh, okay.
Let me tell you why he does that. Because the last thing he wants, and he ain't got to worry about it with this guy, is for him to shut up shop and start parking the bus. What he wants seems to do, he should do it with Potter all of the time. He used to laud him before and just say, I love the way you play. So what he wants him to do is play nice, open, attractive football, and then they just keep nicking the ball off him and they keep scoring. He's brilliant at it. He does it for a reason.
I just thought he was being nice.
No, perhaps he is, but I'm being cynical.